leaves on their face. It's pretty cool. Char have horns though. Char, that's pretty awesome. But no, we're rolling Solari. I'm being good. I'm rolling a Solari. Everything's nice. Again, we get to go through the armor system. Lucy picks something he likes. It's very springtime. I like it. It's got a little springtime Solari here. And then we roll into the character biography. Now, we've talked a little bit about this. Since this is going to be a higher level experience, it'll be a little bit more focused on combat and less on personal story. This isn't really going to affect what you're going to see here today. But you'll notice that we want you to start with a backstory. We don't want you to roll into this as a blank slate. We don't want you to be an amnesiac in the world of Tyria. We want you to come in with these decisions made about where you're starting from. What kind of a person from you? I dreamed of a quest that calls me to action. It was a vision of the shield of the moon. What else have you got? Green huntsman, the white stag. Down at the bottom we explain what these things mean, but we really want you to get into your character even before you set foot into the world. We want you to make this a very personal experience. In addition, these choices will reflect in the cinematics and the story options that happen for you. We have an incredible branching story system. We learned a lot from the original Guild Wars about how to use instances to tell a personalized story. So while the events that you'll bump into in the open world happen in a persistent space where you beat back the centaurs until one day later the centaurs come rolling back into town, the decisions you make in your personal story will be permanent for that character. If there's a choice between saving an orphanage or saving a hospital, when you save the orphanage, that hospital will burn down. And when you go back to your personal instance in the hometown, that hospital's not coming back. That's your choice. And that choice is going to be reflected throughout your branching personal story that will be very personal to you. So Moosey's putting down his little name of personalization. It's all about personalization. And Moosey Fate rolls into the world. So while we're looking at this loading screen, which I know most of you are like, Matthew, numbers, this is not interesting, but look, concept art. It's at times like this, particularly when I point out, the Kekai work on the t-shirts, and also on our loading screens, that we have an amazing group of artists and animators at ArenaNet, and we want to show off as much of that work as we can. That's why our newest game enables us to put that concept art into the game as loading screens on walls in the cinematics that you see. That's not just work that they made for the cinematic. Those are concepts that we went, that's awesome and it needs to be used. So Moosey's going to head up to the right, a little bit to the right. There we go, up and over that hill where the sunshine is. To the right, to the right. There we go. I want to go over here just because I know there are things to fight. So Moosey's got his guardian here by special request. Each one of our professions has unique abilities, and the unique abilities for the guardian, yeah, don't kill the rabbit. You're a Solari man, you're at peace with the nature. Each one of the professions has special abilities, and the Guardian's is these 3 virtues that are above his skill bar. So those first 5 buttons down there on the left, those are his weapon skills. And these are his virtues. The virtue of courage, the virtue of resolve, and the virtue of whichever the first one was. The virtue of justice. So each one of these, for the Guardian, provides a passive benefit while he's going through the world. So the virtue of justice allows him to attack foes with burning every 5th attack. The virtue of resolve regenerates health for him slowly, even in combat. And the virtue of courage allows him to block 1 attack every 30 seconds. But the cool thing about being a Guardian is that he can sacrifice those to give those benefits to his allies. So the Guardian can be a very important support character, and that's the kind of way that you want to play it. You can either keep those for yourself and roll in and do a whole bunch of damage all on your own, ignoring attacks left and right and setting people on fire, or you can say, what'd be really nice is if all of my allies in the area have it. And it looks like having some allies is exactly what Moosey's got. So what we've done is we've wandered into an event here called Symphony Ash Horizon. And you'll look down there on the... Jeez, it's big. Sorry, I'm always impressed by the size of this thing. This is a ghost ship that's sent by Zaitan, the undead dragon. And he's come out, he set out the Ash Horizon to attack one of the groups that's doing damage to his followers.
Okay.
So this group is the Vigil Camp. The Vigil is one of 3 organizations in the game that players will have the opportunity to join, each one of them having a different mindset about how the dragons ought to be fought. So it turns out that the Vigil have been causing just enough annoyance to get attention. Nice. Throws down the wall. Can't get through. Give it to him. Sorry, I get wrapped up in the dynamic fight against Chris. So the Ash Horizon is now attacking the shoreline, and it's attacking it in a number of ways. Those tentacles that are up there in the ship are flinging these giant putrid fish onto the shore and causing poison. Also, it's sending undead in waves that are swimming across and then climbing up onto land. Lucy right now has got himself onto a catapult. You'll notice that his weapon skills have disappeared, and what's in place now is the operation for that turret. Anytime you interact with an environmental weapon, whether it's a fixed turret like this, or whether it's something that you pick up off the ground, like a stick or a bucket of water, or a, crossbow that was conjured by a friendly elementalist, anytime you pick up one of those, it just replaces your skills. It's very simple to get in and out of all of those environmental pieces of combat. Hey, switch out for the hammer while you're in there. Switch out for the hammer. I love the hammer. Yeah, there we go. You'll notice that Lucy has 2 weapon sets there. When I told her to switch out for the hammer, he was able to go back and forth between. Right now he's got, what is this? This is torch and sword? Yeah, there we go. He's got torch and sword in one weapon set and hammer in the other. During combat, Lucy can switch back and forth between those depending on what he wants to do. This is a key element of combat in Guild Wars 2 because it allows Lucy to be dynamic. Like if you're a warrior, right? You don't want to just be carrying around your sword and shield all the time. What if you want to slot on your back? You want to slot a bow, right? So then you can do a little blinking from far away, and then when the monsters get in, switch over and go to your melee, go to your hand-to-hand combat. The thing I love about the hammer is that when Lucy uses his one skill a couple of times, picked up another environmental weapon. It looked like killing one of the undead, left an undead arm that you can pick up and use to do damage. These kind of environmental things are all over the place. Centaurs break down a gate and there's splintered pieces of gate on the ground that you can pick up and use to beat them back. Anyway, I love the hammer because, did you guys win? Man, I'm so long-winded. You guys won. I wasn't even paying attention. So you'll notice that Lucy got silver participation here. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Some people were a little worried when I said that no matter if you participate in the event, you get rewarded. And they were like, yeah, but what if I only do a little bit? Like,